Hi everyone, welcome again to Design with DR. I hope that you've had an amazing time and I hope that you had a good experience with your assignments. Why am I sounding like a TV presenter? Because I pressed record. All right, so let me share my screen now and go over some of the designs that were shared. Okay. I'm going to go over them one by one. So look at this here. The first thing you notice from here is the alignment. Something is a bit off with the alignment. As you can see, the straight line, you don't have that straight line effect. Let me show you the one I did so you can have a good, if you look at this design, you can see it here. It feels like this, I can literally draw a straight line through so that it feels like everything, this is just a little bit off, but it's still very close. Do you get? So, yeah, this is cool. This person actually did the lines. Can you see that? So I said,
Wow.
yeah, so, like whoever this is, I salute you.
Like,
Very, very well done, actually. Very well done. I really like that. Let me see another one. Yeah, this person did. The person couldn't find that thing I did here, so he just kept it yellow. When you're trying to duplicate, if you cannot do anything, you might as well just do the best that you can. But you can see the alignments, very, very clean alignments, very, very clean. I love it. Well done, whoever this is. Um, Same thing here. The alignment is good. This person actually found the image. The only problem here is that this thing is coming out too much compared to the one I did. Let me show you. Okay, this is another person's one. The person used an A4, well, not a square, but basically still the same vibe. You can see the alignments very, very, very clean. So let me go over to find the design, the actual one I did, so that I can make reference to it. Um, Sorry guys. All right, it's loading. While it's loading, let me show you another one. So this person actually tried to do something similar, except the person used polygon shapes, right? So obviously this person downloaded the PNG file. Either you downloaded a PNG file or this is like an element um in Canva that the person used, which is really good. But you can see the alignment very well done. The only other challenge is design should have been bigger than this, according to the design I did. And you can see this person actually individually designed everything. So you can see the different colors, right? Which is really remarkable. I salute you, whoever this is. Well done, well done, well done. Same thing here. This person, I don't know if this is the exact image I used, but it just feels a little off. But this person did something very similar. The only thing that's off is just the alignment. You can see it feels like these two are aligned, then this is a little bit off the alignment, then these two are now aligned separately. Yeah, meanwhile, they should be aligned together at the same time. Yeah, I love the alignments. This thing wasn't here, so but a good attempt actually. Same thing here, very cool. I love it. Well done, well done, well done, well done. Yeah, this person used a different font. Couldn't find that thing, so kept it yellow. Really nice. Except the only thing here, you see the hierarchy isn't as great as it should because it feels like it's all crap and these are sharing the same font size. It's all crap should be bigger because it's kind of like a subheading. Do you get? And then this should be smaller. Okay, as you can see here now. Yeah, so you can see that this is like the main header, principles of design. This is like the subheader. Then this is like the body, right? Look at, I love this alignment. Hold on, whoever this is. Same here. I don't know what this person used to create these elements, but it's a really, really innovative attempt to replicate. Yeah, replicate, replicate what I did. Yeah, really nice, and I love the alignment. The only thing is the space just feels a little off. The space here is too much. then here it's too much. And obviously it's because it's missing that element that's supposed to be on the background. So whoever this is, I love this. Well done, well done, well done. The only thing you didn't get is this gradient, but I mean, it fulfills the purpose basically. When you're duplicating, when you're replicating a design, sometimes the aim is not to get it like verbatim, even though that's what you're trying to achieve. If you're not able to do the closest possible thing to achieve the exact same thing that you're trying to copy, I'm talking about that in practical terms. But if it's an assignment and I say duplicate it, you have to try your best to do that. But in practice, obviously, nobody's going to hook your neck to do that. Yeah. So yeah, look at this. This is very similar, except this person inverted the image up, which it should be down, right? And then you can see here that the text is too close to the left, right? Which is just making it feel a little out of place. It should be a little more compact. Yeah. And then the spacing is a little off, but whoever this is, well done. It's a good attempt. Yeah, I love this. Look at this. This is, I think I know who did this, but this is really good, really good. This is almost exactly what I did. Yeah, this is also almost exactly what I did, except without that thing under. And here the CRAP are supposed to be bold. Yeah. Same thing here. This person did a great job, except the alignment isn't 100 yet. As you can see, it's looking a little jagged. Yeah. Nice. Whoever this is, you didn't get the shade of yellow, but it's still yellow and I can see it clearly. And you use lines to make this thing, which is obviously tedious, but I salute you. Whoever this is, well done. Um, where's the one I did? Now, I don't even know which one is the one I did.
The one on the right is your own, I
This is
think.
mine, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I think so. Okay, let me go through this. Really nice. Whoever this is, well done. Oh no, yeah, this is somebody else's own. Very very nice. I love it. Well done. Yeah, you actually did the exactly what I did. Very good. The gradients. So I'm going to show. I'm going to do it from scratch so that those of you who missed out one thing or the other, I'll show you. You see, this person actually made a good attempt as well. Cropped out this thing, created a yellow background, right? Maybe if you knew earlier, you probably have just used the image directly. Yeah, but this is a really nice attempt. Well done. Same here, well done, except now this shape is already obstructing the text. If you saw my design, the text was always on plain yellow, right? The reason is it's going to be easier to read when there's no distraction behind it, okay? And the alignment is just a little bit off. You can see, right? If you look at this now, CRAP, it feels like it's not a straight line. Okay, so let me try and replicate that design now. Um, Whoever this is, well done. The alignment isn't good, but it's a great attempt, actually. I love it. Okay. So this is what I did. Yeah. Now, obviously this is an image. So let me add a page and duplicate what I just did. Okay. I came to photos. Now there are many ways you can find this image. First time I found it through searching design, right? When you search design and you go down somewhere, you find this image. Another way to find this kind of image is to actually search like yellow, right? I'm going to search yellow this time to find the exact same image.
Oh.
Okay, so now it's going to show you as many things that are yellow. And if you keep going down, you'll find this image somewhere. How many of you found this image by searching yellow?
I did.
Nice, nice, nice. So, now wow, where is it now? See it, right? So like this, click. Now I've clicked it and it's here. So all I want to do is make it fill the page. Okay. Now this is not exactly what it looks like on my own. So you can see it's a little downwards. So now I'm going to flip it vertically, right? But it still feels weird because there was a lot of text here and this feels like, so what I need to do is I'll double click on this image and drag this to the right, right? I still haven't gotten the exact shape because it's still a little out. So what I'm going to do now is enlarge it, bring it down, right? So that I can have a lot of space on this side to have my text. Okay, very simple. Now the font I used is supposed to be, I just need multiple fonts. Supposed to be Roboto. So let's just say it's Roboto. And then for this, I didn't design the elements individually. If you come here to text, because of time, I'm sure everybody has an idea, but let me just highlight some of the things that might have been difficult, right? So I'm going to go over this and then I'll show you the gradients. The rest, I'm sure that you can figure that out already. So let me not just go over them to waste time. So under font combinations here, when you come to text, you see a series of random, interesting designs that Canva has already pre-made, right? And you're going to see them. Once you click, you keep going down, you'll find this exact effect. And you can change the font, right? So if you don't want this font, you can change it to a different font entirely, right? But let me just find it so you know it's there. Whoever drew the lines, I really, really salute you. It was a tedious work, but well done. And sometimes you have to do stuff like that to achieve some things on Canva that you would want to achieve on like more sophisticated softwares. Yeah, so that's a good training to actually be able to like do something so tedious to achieve something. So this is really taking long.
Sorry,
Yeah, you have a question?
David, did
Yeah.
you use Roberto for all the fonts?
No, 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 not for all the fonts. Not for all the fonts. Oh yeah, I
Okay.
did. I used Roboto for everything actually. Yeah, Roboto,
Oh,
Roboto, Roboto, Roboto. The reason why I used Roboto is because Roboto has a good a wide variation of thicknesses. So there's light,
yeah.
bold, yeah. So that's why I used Roboto. So sometimes in your design, you might want to use a font that has those different thicknesses, especially when you want to highlight some things. So yeah, that's why I used Roboto. There are other fonts that are like that have varied weights. That's the word, varied weights. So yeah. So it's somewhere here. Once you find it, just click on it. My internet is not allowing me prosper. It's taking too long.
Ah,
Does any other person have any question up until this point?
yeah. I have a question.
Okay, please shoot.
It's like what's the maximum? So, for example, now there are some fonts that are in the same. I don't know what you graphic designer call it. I don't know. But then, like, there's some fonts that look alike. Maybe let
Yeah.
me use the word the same family per
Yes,
se.
yes, yes, yes.
So that's what it's called, Abby.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
is it okay to like maybe use? Let me just say, for example, Open Sans
Yeah,
for
open
the
sans.
heading.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Open sans will work because it's a sans serif. Open sans will work. Helvetica will work. Even Calibri will work. Any of those sans serif fonts will actually work.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other question? So I'm going to go over colors and typography today so that you have a good idea. And
Hello,
we're going to
David.
work on the banner. Yeah. Hi,
Hello,
Chidima.
David.
Hi, Chidima.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
When under the it's all crap. I
Yeah.
don't know how you achieved highlighting that first character. It was something I kept wondering. How did you do it? Is that the way the font comes? If you
Yes,
notice
yes,
the
yes,
C in the con,
yes. It's
that's
the
the
way the
way it
font
comes.
comes. Yeah. So some fonts don't have a
Oh,
bold option.
okay.
Yeah, so I picked Roboto because that's what I was just explaining to Temi. I picked Roboto because Roboto has a varied weight. So there's light, there's bold,
Okay.
there's yes. So some fonts you don't have a
Okay.
bold version of them, but some have bold. So like Roboto is one of those that you can bold in. So I just all I did was
Okay.
click on C and I click bold, and then it's bold in the first
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Do I have to wait for this thing to show, or I can just proceed and you understand that it's somewhere here?
Can
I
Please
proceed.
think it's
proceed.
up. I
Okay,
think
Proceed.
it's up. My
you
And
think
I
it's
computer.
up,
think
yeah?
you can use the effects option.
Yes.
Um,
It's. I
like
think
when
it's under that as in it has gone again. I saw it before.
Uh,
Yes.
okay. Well, it's under recently used for me, so but you'll find
Okay.
it. You'll
Okay.
find it here, right? And it's a free thing, so you don't have to pay for that one. Now, what I did for this is gradients, right? If you notice, you see that it's not the exact same color, right? And I'll show you how I did it. Once you come to elements, right? Search gradients. Okay, this is taking too long. Anyways, when you go to gradients, you see different shapes under there. Now, let me show you. When you find this exact shape under gradients, right? These two colors are basically showing you the colors of the gradients. So, for example, if I wanted it to go from lemon green, or sorry, not lemon green. What's this color? I can't remember the name, but to this dark green. Can you see that? So once I come here, I change this color. If I want them to be the same color, I'm just going to use the same color for both of them, and it feels like it's one thing. But if I change the color of this one to this, you can tell the difference. So what I did was, because when you import a picture, it's going to show photo colors, right? So for the right side, I clicked on yellow, right? When you click on yellow, it's going to blend with the background. If you click on yellow for the other side, it's going to completely blend with the background. Okay. Now, if I picked this for one side, you can see it faintly, right? But what I did was I used this left one and this right one. Okay. So I used this for the left and this for the right. Right. That's how you have this. So if you didn't understand it before, it's simply that. Okay. Are we good to go?
yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Does anybody have any question about this so far?
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
While I understand how you got the gradient, I don't
Okay.
understand how you got the element itself. Did I miss it?
Okay, no. It's under gradients. When you search gradients, it's because my internet is really acting up. If you search under gradients, it's going to show you a series of shapes. So, you know what? Let me actually. Oh, look
Okay.
at it.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes, I've seen.
Yes,
Thank
under
you.
gradient. So you just click. It's going to appear in your design. Then change the color. Basically, that's it. Any other questions so far? None. Amazing. All right. So let me continue my presentation from yesterday. Okay. I'm changing my network. Okay, so I think it should be quicker now. Yeah, so this is it. So I think it was in cohort 2 I was talking to, and I was telling them about how I actually started using Canva because, as a professional designer, I used to just look at Canva like this Canva software for non-designers, they just want to make them happy. And there was a point I can't remember what happened, but I think I wasn't able to use my software, so I had to just try Canva. And I tried Canva, and I could do almost the exact same thing I was doing on those softwares, and it really opened my eyes. I mean, and it's much easier because they've made all manner of templates, things I would have had to create from scratch. They're already here plenty. So in fact, there's one of my clients that I have that, let me surprise you, right? So I used to bill them like 30K for a banner, right? Now, I used to use Illustrator and Photoshop, and all those tech softwares. And then when I found out about Canva, I saw that I could do the exact same thing. And I did the exact same thing. And in the last 1 month, 90% of the designs I've been doing for them has been through Canva. And they will not know that I'm using Canva because the designs look as good as if I did not use Canva. Do you get? So that's what I was trying to explain earlier about. It's not so much about the tool, it's about the designer. Okay, so if you up your design skill, if you up your ability to create great compositions, no matter the tool, even if you use Microsoft Word. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can
Okay.
hear you.
But can you see my screen?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. And can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Uh-huh.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Okay. Can you see
We
now?
can't see your
Okay.
screen yet.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So thank you, Kene, and everyone. Basic color types, right? Now, I'm sure they taught you this in fine arts, but you didn't pay attention, so it's coming back to you. There's primary colors. Primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. There's no origin for why they are primary colors. That's just how it is. Well, maybe there is, but I don't know it. Primary colors are red, yellow, and blue, right? Secondary colors are the mixture of two primary colors. So if you see here, yellow, red, and blue will give you purple. That's what you have here. That's one secondary color. Blue and yellow, if you mix them together in pigment form, will give you green, right? That's why you have green here as a secondary color. You can see blue. So it's like mixing these two will give you this. Mixing these two will give you this. And then if you mix red and yellow, it will give you orange. Yeah. Now, those are secondary colors. Tertiary colors or university colors, right, are when you mix a primary and a secondary color. So imagine you have red here and you have orange here. You mix red and orange. What you have is like reddish orange. That's what we have here. Okay. Same thing with all the other ones, right? Do you understand primary, secondary, tertiary color so far? Basically.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. Now, so there's complementary colors. Complementary colors are colors that are opposite each other on the color wheel, right? So you have green directly opposite red. Red and green are complementary colors. You have purple directly opposite yellow. Sorry, purple directly opposite yellow. They are complementary colors. Any color that is opposite each other on the color wheel is a complementary color. Okay. Now, the second category of colors are analogous colors. Analogous colors are colors that lie side by side on the color wheel. Now, look at red. So it's like if you look at the spectrum from red to purple, from red to this bluish purple, you have red, you have reddish purple, you have purple, and then you have bluish purple or reddish or purplish blue, however you want to call it. Okay, so now these four colors are analogous colors. Now you see that they have a sense of belonging, like they are from the same family, they're related to one another, they are siblings, they know each other very well, that kind of thing. If you use all 4 colors on a design, it will come out nice. Okay, so that's how analogous colors work. Yeah. Now, color relationships, and I'll try and demonstrate this in the exercise that we're going to work with now. Monochromatic colors. If you notice what I did in the assignments, you see that what I did with that gradient was a monochrome. Do you realize now? So look at this, right? Okay, while that is loading, monochromatic colors. So for example, when you have white, from white to black, all the colors in between white and black are monochromes of white and black. Okay, so look at this, right? You see what I did here when I changed the color, right? So you can see that it's like as you keep adding black to this yellow, it gets darker. If you add another small black to it, it will get darker. If you add another small black to it, it will become like this. If you add another black, it will then become like this. Do you get? So that's what monochrome, that's what a monochrome looks like. So that's why we're able to achieve this. This color, the color style that we use here is monochromatic. So if you notice, everything on the back, everything in the background of this image is in the family of yellow and black. Everything here is from yellow to black, nothing else, apart from this text design that we added. Right now, all the colors in this design are yellow and black, nothing else. Okay, so that's how monochromes work. Yeah, I'm sure you must have seen something very similar in practice, right? Now, complementary colors, like I said earlier, are colors opposite each other on the color wheel. Okay, split complementary colors are when you have, look, you can see these 2 tertiary colors, right? 2 of them opposite 1 secondary color. So you have purple, right? And then you have this lemon green and orange. Okay, that's what we have here. So that's what a split complementary is. So those colors will work together typically in a design. If you turn it around in the color wheel, you would have that same relationship. Okay, so in essence, I'm saying, like, if we didn't want to use purple, if we use blue, if we used this bluish green, right, you would have a split complementary of this bluish green with red. No, not red. Yeah, this is red and orange. Okay, do you understand that so far for split complementary?
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Next is double complementary. So basically, unlike split complementary, now split complementary is 1, 2 facing the one in the middle. In split complementary, you would have 1, 2, and then 1, 2. Okay, so it's kind of like creating an X on the color wheel. So the two different colors with 1 space in between, opposite 2 other different colors with 1 space inside. Those 4 colors would always work together as well. Okay, so I've explained analogous and I've explained the primary colors already. All right, now another thing when it comes to using colors is there are cool colors and there are warm colors. There are passive colors and there are active colors. So if you look here now, you can feel like the dullness, darkness in a sense. But when you look here, you can see like brightness. So typically, to create a good contrast, you want to have a mix of a warm color and a cool color, or an active color and a passive color. Okay, that's one of the ways you can use to create contrast. If you're not using a monochrome, if you're not using analogous, if you're not using complementary, this is another way you can create contrast. So you would, you can, it doesn't mean that you must. Sometimes you can actually, if you remember, analogous colors are like these 4 colors, but they are all passive colors. But when you use them, obviously when you want to create contrast, you have to use a brighter color. But you can use elements of those colors maybe in the background or like around to create like interesting elements in your design. But when you want something to contrast with those colors, you need a bright color. If it's a bright background, you need a dark color. Okay, why is so that your text will be as obvious as it should be. Now that's assuming that you're using text. So more tips and resources, go on Instagram, Design with DR on every platform, and then share your work online using the hashtag I mentioned, Canva Love, Design with DR, Canva, and at Design with DR. Get in touch with me, my email, and blah blah blah. All right, so that's it. Now we're going to practice with creating a banner for a business. All right, so we're going to come up with a brief together. Okay, let's assume that we are creating an Instagram ad for a business. Okay, what kind of business should we do? First person to mention.
Food business.
Food
Food business. Nice. All
or
right.
wellness. Yeah.
Food or wellness. What's the difference? Food makes you well, but okay.
Yeah, to say that.
Okay, so let's do wellness then, right? Wellness is very vague. Let's use food. I think everybody understands food, right? So let's assume that we're creating an Instagram post, right? Now I'm going to also teach you on the basics of logo design. We're going to create a logo for this business. We're going to make a banner for this business, and we are going to do some other things, right? So let me give you a basic overview of typography. Now, what I'm going to do will look like I'm unprepared, but it's for a reason, right? I'm going to I'm showing you that way because that's how you can also learn. How many of you checked the resources I sent in the WhatsApp? Well, on WhatsApp, not in the WhatsApp, on WhatsApp. How many of you
On
did?
the Design with AI page on Instagram. I've not checked the others you sent. I think this
I
the link.
did.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you basics of typography. Okay. Now I want us to go through this before we actually start the design so that you would have a good idea of why we are doing what we are doing for the different elements. I sent you this link on WhatsApp. So if you have looked through it, good. If you haven't, well, here we are. Okay. So, well, a brief history of typography. We don't have a lot of time to do that, and we need to finish before 10, right? So I'm just going to show you the types. Well, let's go through basic terms you need to know, right? Now, styles of typography. Now, because of how they come typically, like for example, when I was telling you when I was saying something like we will need to use a sans font or we need to use a script font, you will need to understand what those types of fonts are and what they represent. Okay, so a serif is, you see, let me show you what a serif is. This thing is a serif. This thing that is coming out, right, is what is called a serif. Okay. Now, when you see a font like this, I'm going to share another document with you that has psychological traits for what this font represents. Okay. So if you look, you can see like these serif fonts have similarities. They have this thing that comes out, right? Same thing with this. It's a different font, but you can see the similarity. Same thing with this. It's coming out. Even though they're different shapes, it's the exact same thing. Now, this is a slab serif. A slab serif is thicker than a regular serif, right? So in a regular serif, you would see something like slim, then thick. You see this roundness. But in a slab serif, it's kind of just really thick all through. And then you still have the serif, okay? Now, the sans serif is more modern. It's kind of like what many tech companies use, is like the one that you will use on your documents. Well, typically, for example, Times New Roman is a serif font, but Calibri is a sans font. Okay, so many times, if you are going for, maybe if you want to appeal to older people, you probably want to use like a serif font because it just has that officialness to it. And then the sans fonts have like this really cool, calm, normal young people type of vibe. Okay. Now, cursive or script fonts, typically, if you go on, I'm going to search all of this on Canva, so it's going to you're going to see it in action, right? They look handwritten and calligraphic, right? So you can see all these things that have really, really curvy text and stuff like that. Now, when you want to create contrast in your design, you should know that you are going to have a mix of these different fonts. So you typically want to have a mix of a calligraphic font and a sans font, or a serif font and a sans serif, right? So you don't want to use sans serif all through your design, except of course, like it's proper in the context. Okay. Now we have Gothic or black letter style. So this is basically olden days type style thing, right? They're very traditional, calligraphic, all those 18th century, 12th century, olden days text, basically, right? You figure out, you learn how they apply. Now, different fonts. So you remember I was talking about fonts and how some fonts have different weights. Sorry. So apart from weights, they also have widths, right? So for example, this is an extra condensed font, a semi-condensed font. You can see that this is obviously slimmer than this, and it's not the same thing as skewing the font, because I see people try to do that. Please don't ever do that. And the interesting thing is Canva doesn't even allow you to do that, because Canva is that intuitive. So those are the different widths. You can see from extra
Please, can
condensed
you
to
say
wide.
that again?
Say what again?
Something about skewing, Abby.
Yes, skewing. So let me show you what skewed text looks like. So when you have I'm trying to find a perfect example. Funny, I can't use it on Canva. So imagine that this is an actual text, right, that I downloaded. Okay, I can only do it with I don't think I can even do it with an image on Canva, because it's actually going to progressively increase and reduce like together. It's maybe if you're using another software that will allow you to do that. So interestingly, Canva won't let you do that. So in the context of this lesson, it might not necessarily apply. Okay. So obviously you have uppercase,
Okay.
small caps, lowercase, and all of that. Remember I was telling, well, this is actually advanced, so I won't even have to take you through all of this. Okay. So I'm going to go now to font psychology and font psychology and font traits. Okay. So let me show you what that feels like. Now, what that is, I'm coming, font traits, and I'm showing you this because this is exactly how I figured it out. There was like it's everything's literally online. So if you want to learn more about what kind of font should I use, right, you can actually go online and find what kind of font should I use for a particular purpose. Okay, so if you look closely at this, right, let me open this in a new tab so you can see very clearly. Okay, now this is a serif font. Okay, let me zoom in a bit. So this is a serif font. Now, remember I showed you, and it has examples. So I'll share this image with you on, you know what, I'll just share the link so you can actually make reference to it later. Okay.
Thank you.
How can I send a message on this thing? Chat. Okay. To everyone. Okay, so I just shared the link with you, right? Now, this is a serif font. It has classic, traditional, and trustworthy vibes. So if you want to give off that vibe, you know the kind of font you want to use. Sans serif fonts are modern, minimal, and clean. So the examples are Roboto, Open Sans, Lato, Source Sans Pro. Okay. Slab serifs are bold fonts, quirky, and confident, right? You have examples of that here. Okay. Decorative fonts, they are stylized, distinctive, and dramatic, right? If you want to appeal to those kind of people, you know the kind of font you want to use. Handwritten fonts, they are informal and artistic. So you typically want this to apply to children or younger people. And then script fonts are elegant and unique. Okay. So as we are going to design, you would have a good idea of what kind of. Now, for imagine what design logo for the food company. Okay, what's the name of this food company?
DR.
DR Foods. Wow. Okay, so let's say name of the company is DR Foods. Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't sound like a very attractive food name,
that's
but
true.
let's just manage it. Maybe this is God telling me I need
Funny
DR
to.
name was coming to
Logistics
my mind.
sound.
Oh,
DR Logistics. Hey, that works. But we are doing a food company today, so
Use Roboto.
I should use Roboto.
or we should just switch to logistics.
Okay, let's switch to
Honestly,
logistics then. Let's switch to logistics. Okay.
yeah,
So
something different. Yeah.
so now, right? Let's do logistics then. Okay, thank you. Let's say the name of our company is DR Logistics. All right. Now, because you now when it comes to I'm going to touch on logo design very briefly because of the amount of time that we have. I think we'll like go into the final proper banner on Friday. But I'm going to go through this very basically. Now, if you're designing a logo for a company or anything at all, you are not trying to represent what the company does with the logo. So when you design a logo, you're not trying to, I mean, if the company is a logistic company, the logo does not need to have a bike on it, right? A food company does not need to have fork and knife on it. An airplane company does not need to have an airplane on the logo. Okay, what the logo does is the logo is conveying the essence of the brand. There's no atom of drinks on Coca-Cola logo, no atom of
That's
chicken on
right.
KFC logo, no atom of sports on Nike logo, no atom of computers on Apple logo, no atom of computers on IBM logo, no atom of just MTN. There's no cable fiber anywhere on the MTN logo, So
Virgin Atlantic.
Virgin Atlantic, right? So like all those things are now, because a lot of research goes into why they choose the elements that they choose. So that's a different conversation for another day. But basically, the logo of the company does not need to show exactly what the company does because the logo is conveying the essence of the brand, right? Now, when you're choosing a color, there's another thing called color psychology as well. So let me show you that briefly. So it's going to inform the color that we are choosing. Okay. Okay, let me use this. And the reason why I'm using this is because it actually has some brands that exists along with it. So it's easier for you to relate. Okay. So let's look at it very quickly. So look, you can see red. And what's red? Red is ambition, energy, confidence, bold, passionate. See Coca-Cola, Pinterest, Virgin. Okay. Pink, sensitive, intuitive, love, care, respect. You can see Barbie, Victoria's Secret, and all of that. Purple, fantasy, creative, distinguished, modesty, deep. Many times it also has royalty vibes, right? Black, strength, power, professional, accuracy. So blue is ambitious, perspective, aware, open. Many times blue is related to trustworthiness. Oh yeah, it's here in navy blue. See, navy blue, responsible, integrity, trust, peace, order. Okay. Green, growth, nature, equilibrium, positivity, and stable, right? Gray is balance, neutral, timeless, practical, solid. Yellow is optimistic, energetic, fun, logical, attentive. Now, depending on the kind of vibe that we want the company to portray, because there's no color for logistics. You will see logistic companies with yellow, logistic companies with green, logistic companies with white, all manner of colors. But the most important thing is, what does the brand represent? So look at Virgin. Virgin is an airline, right? Now, because of the kind of brand that Virgin is a very, very energetic and ambitious brand. That's why you can tell by the kind of things that they do. Oh, they're really, really
Yeah.
crazy orbits and stuff like that. So Virgin's color is red, right? Other airlines have different brand personalities, and so they will use a different color, right? Because they want to pick a color that matches their energy. Also, the color that you will pick will be dependent on who you're trying to attract. Are you trying to attract energetic people? Then use red. If you're trying to attract energetic people, you probably won't use gray, because gray is just like a balanced, dry, let me not say dry, but it's like just this really chill color that doesn't seem to have any wahala. Or if you're trying to attract like people that are just like classic, and look at Apple. Apple's logo is like gray, right? And gray, even though like Apple is a creative company, the gray in their logo is representing something that is solid and sophisticated. Okay, and it obviously reflects in their pricing, it reflects in the kind of ads that they do. Basically, your choice of color is going to be dependent on the kind of vibe that you want your logistic company to give. Okay, so I think I'm done with colors. I'll send you the link to this image as well, or you can actually just Google it. So I mean, you saw what I Googled, so it's not anything extraordinary. So I'm just going to
Sorry,
share
what
it.
did you Google, please? Okay,
Color
psychology, guys.
psychology, yeah. No, just color psychology. You see many things. In fact, you can get lost just trying to look through many things, which is good for learning. So just look around and learn as much as you can. Okay, now we're back to our logo design. So we have a good idea of why we will choose which font we will choose, why we will choose which color we will choose. So it's easier for us to make an informed decision as to what kind of font are we going to use, what kind of color are we going to use. Okay, because that's majorly what a logo contains. That's apart from like maybe other elements. Last thing about logo design. Let me show you that briefly before we go into it, so that you have a good idea of what this is about, right? 7 types of logo and how to use them. Okay. Abstract mark. You can see an abstract mark. It doesn't necessarily look like anything. I mean, you think this is a ball, but then balls don't have space in the middle. So what then is it? It's nothing. It's just an abstract mark that a brand has identified with, and now everybody knows that mark with the brand. Okay. A mascot logo is usually like a representation of something. So it might be like KFC is the guy's face. Like what else? What else? What else? What else? I'm trying to think of another mascot logo. If you know,
I
like
wanted to
different.
say Clubhouse.
You wanted to
Sorry.
say what?
Clubhouse.
Please don't make me laugh. Funny, Clubhouse is actually a mascot logo because the guy is just a guy playing guitar, so it works, right? Basically, that's what it is. Because of time, we're running out, right? Combination mark is basically it's kind of like a mixture of word mark and abstract mark. Okay, so you have Burger King, and then you have this shape on top, this shape under, and then the round thing. Basically, just to obviously still portraying a vibe. Well, no. Actually, sometimes it might be word mark and abstract mark. Some other times it might be word mark and pictorial mark, because in a sense, we have a good idea that this is a burger, because you can see the up and the down, right? Now, emblem logos are like all these kind of things that you have for football clubs, national, all these things, right? They have a shield and they have different elements. You can have horses, lions, tigers, all manner of things. Now, a letter mark basically is representative of what the company represents. So NASA is National Aerospace Agency or something. I don't know. NASA is basically like the initials for something, right? NASA is not a word. Okay, so that's why it's a letter mark. So they'll pick the initials of the word to form a letter mark, like IBM, Integrated Business Machines. Okay, then a pictorial mark is basically kind of like an abstract mark, but it's an abstraction of something that is real. So if I abstracted an apple, right, that this is what it will look like. If I abstracted an orange, it will look differently from this. Okay, now word mark is basically using the word. So yeah, let me show you other samples of. So this is letter mark, HBU. HBU is initial for something. IBM, International Business Machines. NASA, National Air, whatever it is. Now, word marks. Visa is a word. Coca-Cola is a word. Google is a word. So this is how it is, right? Pictorial marks. Look at Apple. Look at a Tweety bird, or I think, and then targets basically. So you can tell what they look like. You can tell that they relate to something in your mind. Okay. Abstract logo marks. Adidas doesn't look like anything. Pepsi doesn't look like anything. BP, well, maybe you say flower, but it's still really heavily abstracted. Now, mascots, aha, you can see. So it can be an item, it can be anything. Basically, it's always usually around an animation of something that already exists. Okay. And then combination mark. So you see Doritos, it has this triangle thing with plenty effects. Burger King, Lacoste. So we have an icon and we have Lacoste. Or be Lacoste. I don't know which it is. Now Veritas, I say Veritas emblem. So you have the shield around, that kind of thing. So I think we're done. Now we're going to go back to our logo finally. We can now actually design the logo. So let's say the name of our company is DR Logistics. Who is our target audience, or who are we trying to capture? Can someone just say anybody?
Business owners.
Business owners,
Mommy and
right?
dad.
Business owners.
Business owners. Let's do business owners, because business owners are the ones that will give you more jobs. Okay. Now, if you want to attract business owners, what is the number one thing that you want a business to think of when they think of you? Right? There are many things. I can think of speed. I can think of reliability.
Efficiency.
I don't want someone that
Lightning.
is going to mess me up. Okay. So efficiency,
Efficient.
reliability.
Affordability.
Okay, yeah, affordability too. Okay, so I'm
You
not going to
said
look.
Trust.
It's okay, it's okay. All right, so we have a good idea of the kind of thing that we want, right? So now let's go to our color psychology. It means that we are not looking for anything purple, because our business owners are not interested in fantasy, creativity, distinguishedness, all these things. Strength, power, professional accuracy, maybe a bit. Blue. Okay, so navy blue, responsible, trust, integrity, right? Those are heavy ideals that this kind of business needs. Green, growth, equilibrium. We can leave all this on for the farmers. Gray, balance, neutral, timeless. Maybe. Ambition, confidence, red, bold, passionate. Maybe so. Now, don't forget, right? It's not a one size fits all. It does not mean that every dispatch company must use blue because they want to be trustworthy. No. For example, if I want to position myself as a very, very, for example, Swoosh. Swoosh is a delivery logistic company in Lagos, in Abuja, sorry, right? I think they'll be in other cities very soon, right? They want to look energetic, fun. So their color is a mixture of yellow and blue, right? If I was going to do a logistic company, I'll probably use red, because I just really want to give up this vibe of like ginger, confidence, ambition, right? Another person might want to just, I don't have energy, I'm just a calm guy. Me, my own is, if you come to me, I will not mess you up. I'm going to deliver your goods. I don't have energy for drama, anything. Just come to me, rest assured, right? So that kind of person, or that kind of company will probably want to use a blue color. Okay, so which color are we picking? Funny enough, red. We should use red. Okay, all right. So we'll use red then. Where's our logo? So our primary color is going to be red. All right. Now I'm going to make different variations of this logo. So I'm going to make a word mark. I'm going to make a letter mark. I'm going to make a combination mark. Okay. Now there are logistics. So obviously I'm going to add logistics. Okay. Now, as it is like this, let me not lie to you. If you go to market and you start your business like this, there are logistics. If you do a great job, right, and everybody knows you for your great job, if you show them this as your logo, this logo will be synonymous with excellence. Okay, so as a business, for those of you that are into business, as a business, it's not so much about how fine your logo is. It's about how well your business is going to represent the ideals of the logo that you are using to represent it. Okay, so whatever your business does is what is going to be portrayed on this. If your business messes up, whenever they see their logistics, if they like use 10 million colors, it will still irk them because these are the guys that failed my hand that day. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's just by the way, actually. Anyways, so to be honest, this is actually going to be nice, right? On a very basic level. Let's assume that, you know what, I don't have energy. I have 2 minutes to design a logo. This is going to pass, and you send it to print. Nobody's going to disturb you. You run your business and you succeed in life. Okay. Now,
So would
let's
this be a word mark?
yeah, no, this will be a letter mark, DR, because DR is
Oh,
standing for
letter.
delivery
Okay,
to,
letter.
yeah,
Okay,
letter mark,
okay.
right? So obviously this will work. Now let's duplicate this to work on something else, right? Now another thing that many people mix up is when you think of a logo, many people think of it like let me show you the logo of somebody in cohort 2 to give you a good idea of what I'm talking about. No, shared with you. So now I'm showing you this to help you understand what, okay? Now this is the logo of someone in cohort 2, sorry, cohort 2. She designed this logo, okay? Now I'm going to show you, oh, no, not this. I'm so sorry. Okay, this is it. Now, what I want to show you is how the logo should function, because many people think of a logo as just, so let me explain what I'm saying. Look at this logo now. This logo is this, everything together like this, right? Now, what thing you should be able to do with your logo is your logo should be adaptable. When I say adaptable, I mean if you put your logo on a dark background, or you should be able to have different variations for your logo. So now this same logo where you can see is obviously a mixture of black and red. Yeah. Here it's the same logo, but a different variation of the same logo. So you have red and black. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Now, if you go down, you can see the exact same logo, a different variation, red and white. If this is for a case where you're going to use it on a dark background, okay? Do you understand what I'm explaining? If you don't understand, please let me know.
Yes. Understand.
Okay. Now this is the exact same logo, white and red. Do you get? So the same logo, white and black. So if you're going to use it on a red background, this is what it will look like. If you're using it on a black background, this is what it will look like. Or it can look like this. There will probably be a primary color and a secondary color. So you would have to decide that by yourself. Okay. This is black and white on red. Now this is black, plain black. Then this is white. You can't see it, but I'll show you. This is plain red. Now look at what it looks like. Imagine application, right? The
It's
look is
really
a,
nice.
And it's really nice.
yeah, you see. So and honestly, someone can look at this logo and just be like, what is this? You just went to type Nuku and put RTW on that and put 2 lines, right? But now when you look at it like this, it feels different because you can see it applied. Okay. Yeah. Now look at the same logo here. So obviously the same logo is represented in different ways on different backgrounds. Okay. Same logo. So the obviously I've seen all these images. The brand is a brand that creates clothes for plus sized women. Yeah. So that's why you can see that all the models are plus sized people. Yeah. So it's almost 10 o'clock, but let me quickly do another variation of this. So obviously the colors we're using are red.
Why it means big woman.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, big woman, that's what it means. So somebody's microphone is making noise. I don't know who it is. Okay, it's gone. Thank you, whoever it is. So now let's say DR Logistics, right? Now, I want this brand to appeal to business owners. Now, if you know business owners, if imagine that I wanted this brand to appeal to maybe parents and rich people, I'll probably use a serif font, right? So my logo will probably look something like this. Or the text I will use for DR will probably look something like this. Yeah. And then what I'll do is maybe if I want it to look a little more high end, I will make logistics in all in caps, and then increase the line spacing. You see what I'm saying now? So this is where you can increase spacing for the letter spacing, sorry, letter spacing. Then I'll reduce the font size. Now, what this has done is it has just given it a vibe of this is for rich people, right? Just by
Right.
changing
Classy.
the kind of text. Do you
Mm-hmm.
understand? This looks more like basic, go straight to the point. I don't have time to waste. Just come if you want to do business.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is obviously giving us the vibe of
More
we are rich, we are
fashionable.
classy. If you're coming to us, best believe you are putting your thing in a really nice packaging. Obviously, we are going to be more expensive, so don't come to us if you don't have money, that kind of thing. Right. So you can just tell by the kind of fonts that you use. So that's why the font psychology is something that you want to think about. And so is the color psychology as well. For this kind of thing, I most likely won't use red because why are you shouting? I'm rich. You don't need to shout. Okay. So it
O'Shea.
just feels weird. You probably use something, you use colors that are not making noise, like maybe gray or like something that has like maybe gold. There's not really shouting, we are just no noise, just bring the money, everything cool, calm, no problem. Do you get? So we're going to continue with this next week. From here, we'll transition into I'll design a business card. As we'll design a business card, we'll design a banner, we'll design other things for this same brand. Okay. So it's 10 o'clock, so I want to stop here because I'm a bit.
Wow.
Thank
Yeah.
you so
All
much.
right.
Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
this is a 1 minute
Please
round.
don't stop.
Please,
Thank you
because of
so
time.
Thank you very much.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, you're
Thank
welcome. So
you.
we can take questions. We can take questions if you have any questions.
Sorry, I have a quick question.
Okay.
Just to clarify,
Yeah.
you said serif is for modern and sans serif is for
No.
or how
Serif is for like official. So the second one that we did that was kind of looking rich was the serif font. The one we did
okay.
on top that was pretty basic is sans serif.
Okay.
So sans serif is like no serif, basically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
sans
But
serif
is
means
there a
no
place,
serif.
David?
what category did you say Times New Roman falls under?
Times New Roman falls under serif because of that thing that it has. If you use Times New Roman, you see that thing that is around the T is a serif that is under. Yeah, that's what the serif is.
Okay, I just wanted to know, is there anywhere to find the font that fits the different things you may want to do?
Let me get the question. Oh, where you can find the fonts.
The last person asked, is serif for this? Is this for that? Is there a place if I want to, the way you just said, oh, this looks like for the rich person, this looks like for the, so is there anywhere like
Okay.
you
So
could
two
just go to
things.
and then
If you go through the links I shared on typography, you will find something similar. Another thing also is I'll share some resources on the group that will give you more ideas of what those things are. So I'll share them on the group.
All
But
right,
you can find them
thanks.
online basically. If you just Google typography traits or font characters, it's going to give you a good insight into what different fonts represent and what kind of vibe a type of font will give you. But I'll share some resources on the group.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
Thank you so much, dear.
You're welcome. I think somebody asked a question on the
Thank
chat
you.
section. Please, can you send the link to the font stuff on the group chat? Yes, I will share the link to the font stuff on the group chat. So I think we are done for today's class. Thank you so much, guys. See you on Friday. We're going to expand on this logo, and then we'll design business card, we'll design a banner, we'll design other social media elements that will work for the same brand. Okay. All right. So this is the end. Thank you guys so much. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. God bless
Bless you all.
you.
Amen.
Praise
All right,
Jesus.
guys. Hallelujah.
Thank you. Good night.
All right.
Thank
Bless
you.
you.
so
Bye,
much.
Pastor.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Good night.
Pastor.
Bye.